have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of those questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad.
Hey guys, welcome to a segment of Step Back 3 Sports Podcast. We are episode 10. We'll be discussing on a lot of things tonight. We'll just give you a recap on today's list. We'll be discussing the NFL Super Bowl. We'll give our opinions. We'll give our, everybody has a thing to say about it. We'll also preview the NFL free agency, where everybody will go, and we can discuss the drama between, in Steeler Nation in Philadelphia and New York, and then we'll talk about, we'll recap the NBA trade deadline. We'll give our opinion on who should have been moved and who shouldn't have moved. And then we'll give our top 5 of greatest of all time in NBA and NFL. And we'll talk about, there's a bonus discussion we'll talk about. You guys will hear it when it comes. But today I got 3 hosts tonight. I got my host Scott.
Hello, the regular.
I also got 2 new co-hosts named Henry.
Yeah, what's up?
And Mike Drop.
Hey, good evening. Sup?
So we'll start with Scott. What do you think about the Super Bowl?
I personally enjoyed it because it was a chess match. In the end, Sean McVay got out-coached, and the question is, where the frick was Gurley? If he was injured, okay, but he said he was fine, and then you hardly used him, and then you lost, so there's that. Los Angeles isn't too happy about that. And then Brady did not play very good at all. 1 interception, no touchdowns. So it was a lot like how the Patriots' first few Super Bowls were won, and that was based on defense.
And I think, yeah, and you want to hear a weird stat? Tom Brady has never thrown a first quarter touchdown in all of his...
I don't think he's ever scored a point in the first quarter of any Super Bowl.
But I think this Super Bowl was like an old era Super Bowl. Low scoring defense.
Lowest scoring Super Bowl ever.
Yeah.
So
both offenses were not that good. I'm seeing here that Tom Brady had zero touchdowns and only threw for 260 yards, 262. But the Goff was the worst one because he...
Well, his interception came at the worst time.
Yeah.
Brady's was in the beginning, but
Brady
really didn't amount to much.
Brady was more efficient, even though it was bad. Brady threw 21 for 35, but Goff threw 19 for 38. But Sonny Michael was very good too.
You mean Sony Michel?
Michelle, yeah.
Todd had the sole touchdown.
Yeah, but Todd Gurley was non-existent. 35 yards, 10 carries. But the receivers did a good job. Cooks catch for 120 yards.
Who also dropped 2 touchdowns, but we won't talk about that.
And Julian Edelman, 141 yards.
Your MVP.
I think, who do you think should have won the MVP? Edelman?
Hightower or Gilmore? One of those two.
Yeah, my vote was for Gilmore. But,
That's also because Stephon Gilmore had the interception. He had 5 tackles on the game, and that interception came at the perfect time. He also had a forced fumble. Great defensive stat line. And then if you look at Hightower, 2 tackles and 2 sacks. So he could have made the case for either.
Samuel, Henry, what do you think about the Super Bowl?
Personally, I think it was flawed. It was good defense, but overall, I don't know. I felt like it was boring. I wasn't really paying attention to the highlights and everything and the halftime show. I was not really intrigued in it.
Halftime show, Maroon 5 became a stripper.
Exactly, man. I don't understand why it was a low-scoring Super Bowl. Usually, Super Bowls are high-scoring, or there's always one person, one team, for example, the Patriots, who score a lot of touchdowns and stuff. They're more efficient in offense and defense. So, as overall, I really didn't like it. But it was good defense. I can give them that. The Rams had good defense. It was a really good defense in both teams, but it was very low scoring. Nobody was actually being efficient, scoring touchdowns and stuff. So the offense was not as good, but the defense was sufficiently high. So I don't know, man. When the Patriots won, I was shocked because it was a really low scoring game. So it was just down to who's gonna actually push the defense forward, push the offense forward, because Tom Brady was not playing good. So overall, it was not as I hoped, but it was a good experience though to watch it. I haven't watched the Super Bowl in a while, so it was good to see the teams battling it out.
I have a question for you guys. Is it good for the league for Patriots going to the Super Bowl basically every year, or it's just fun to watch?
Well, there was a 10-year gap where the Patriots didn't win anything. So I feel that gap was healthy to have, but
I mean, you know what? Tom Brady's the GOAT, man. This guy has 6 rings already. He's so sufficient, and he's 41 years old, so it's
And the NFL is designed, it's designed for dynasties to not happen. You win the Super Bowl, salary cap
5 times, it's crazy.
Yeah. You have the salary cap.
Yeah.
You have, if you win, you get the toughest schedule. It's built that way. You win your division, you get a tougher schedule.
Mm-hmm.
If you win, you get the last draft pick in.
True. You're right.
Draft.
Yeah.
But Belichick just finds a way.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It really is. And that just makes it more impressive.
Yeah. But this is the lowest scoring in Super Bowl history, which is crazy.
Yeah, but I was actually
shocked.
Which you would not expect. Which you wouldn't expect from the second best offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Or top 4 offenses, I think.
I mean, well, it's a Super Bowl, right? Patriots won, whatever. It happened. So just Tom Brady has a good team.
Yeah.
So.
But you gotta give some credit to the Rams. They did play very aggressively.
Oh yeah, for sure. They stopped the Patriots from scoring relentlessly. From scoring a lot. Tom Brady going off. So
he got tossed like a rag doll by Aaron Donald. That was fun to see.
That was funny.
You've seen that picture on Instagram too. It's just his face is just oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, the Rams had good defense, but at least they scored 3 points, but
they didn't get absolutely skunked.
At least, yeah, it was only 1 touchdown, and 3 field goals, right?
Yeah, which, by the way, that Super Bowl was a blowout by Patriot standards. That's been
Yeah,
their
it's
largest
true.
margin of victory ever in a Super Bowl.
Well,
Yeah,
what
but
about 2 years ago? There was like an overtime between Patriots and what was it, like the Panthers? Like the last time, like
Falcons.
The Falcons.
Falcons. Sorry, the Falcons. Yeah, there was like basically like an overtime. There was it was just the score was nil, I think, and then at the end, basically it was overtime, and somehow Patriots they pulled it. I thought the Patriots were done. I thought Falcons like got them by the groin, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But the last
Pretty much.
Super Bowls have been close. The
Yeah, they've been very
Well,
close.
you can.
Falcons
I
overtime.
would say the
Eagles.
I would say the Eagles Patriots was closer than the Falcons Patriots because the Falcons Patriots was 28-3 at one point.
Damn.
Like it wasn't necessarily a close game; it was a great comeback. The Eagles game was a close game.
But when was the last time Super Bowl was a blow? I think it was the Colts against the Saints.
Saints?
Yeah, I think that game was the blowout. Because usually the
Well,
last.
I'm not calling. Well, winning by 10 points isn't a blowout. It's just a blowout by Patriot standards
Oh yeah,
because they
one
usually win by
touchdown.
like 6 points at the most.
One
True.
touchdown is not a blow. Like if you're losing by 2 or 3 TDs,
If you lose 28-3, that's a blowout.
and if you
Oh, yeah,
lose
that's-
14-0, then that's also known.
If it's 14 plus points, that is a blowout. I consider that a blowout.
Which makes sense.
But so let's move on to the next discussion we'll make. So I'm looking at the NFL free agent list, and I'll give you we'll start with the quarterbacks. So there's Matt Schaub, who I think he's gonna retire. He's 38 years old.
Was he on a team or?
Yeah, he was with the Falcons.
Oh shit. Okay.
But so there's Matt Schaub, there's Robert Griffin III, there's Tyrod Taylor, there's Matt Castle,
Castle's gonna retire.
and Terry Bridgewater, who I think the Saints are looking to
I feel the
re-sign.
Saints will resign him. I feel the Browns will let Tyrod go. And I think the Ravens are going to trade Flacco and then re-sign RG3.
And there's also Nick Foles in Philadelphia.
Yeah, because he bought out of his... Well, unless he gets tagged. But he bought
No,
out...
because Nate Sudfeld is also a free agent, but he's restricted.
Yeah. Nick
And-
Foles is like, he bought back. Like, he
Yeah.
basically bought back his freedom, which I hate, but... I hate that you have to do that, but...
But the Bucks, they have Fitzpatrick.
I
and
don't
Ryan
know
Reed.
what the Bucks are gonna do. Like, I think Fitzpatrick is gonna he's gonna walk. Like, they're not gonna re-sign him. But then it's just I don't know because Jameis Winston he isn't very consistent at all.
They should give Geno Smith a chance
Possibly.
because he's a free agent, and I don't think LA is gonna re-sign him.
Yeah, the Rams really can't re-sign anyone.
No, I mean the Chargers. He plays with the Chargers
Okay. Well,
because the Rams quarterback
Yeah.
Sean Mannion is also free agent.
I think the Chargers will let him walk.
All right. So let's move on to the most important position, the running back.
The most intriguing position.
So there's a lot of free agents, but I'm seeing here which ones.
Le'Veon Bell.
Okay, that's one. We got Frank.
Tevin Coleman?
Yeah, Coleman from Atlanta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Frank Gore. He's not gonna retire, man. He's only 36.
Yeah, but that's a running back. That's ancient for a running back.
But look at the Saints, man. They got Daniel Lasco and Ingram, free agents.
I feel they should re-sign Mark Ingram.
For sure, cause that's
Because they
their
need the
bread
power
and
back.
butter.
They need the power back, and then you have Kamara can gash the opponents with speed. And then Ingram will just run some people over.
But I think Philly should sign Darren Sproles instead of Jay Ajayi.
Why?
Even though he's old, I still like him more than he has experience.
I know, but he's also tiny.
True. But the
He's 5'6".
thing I don't get is Le'Veon Bell is a free agent, but he has the franchise tag on.
Oh no, he didn't sign it.
What do you mean?
So the Steelers allocated the tag to him, but he never reported to sign the tag. Therefore, he was technically never a member of their roster, but he wasn't a free agent.
But doesn't he get a bonus for being or on that franchise tag?
He didn't sign the tag, so he didn't get paid any of the money.
Well, he's an idiot.
You're never gonna make up $14.5 million. You just won't.
So you think Peterson's gonna retire?
I don't think he will.
He's only 34 years old.
And he's transitioned more into more of he won't try to run people over as much.
Okay, so let's move on to the wide receiver. So Chicago, I think they should re-sign Josh Bellamy instead of Kevin White.
Yeah.
Well, my Cowboys, we need to sign Cole Beasley and Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin maybe. Cole Beasley, I don't know.
I don't know, man. He's really good for us.
Well, when he was your number one, you were below 500, so when you have a 4th round pick as your quarterback and you got a short white guy as your number one receiver, that's not going to go too well. And that didn't go too well.
That's funny.
So, just saying.
I mean,
Cowboys
does it really matter about the height though?
The height doesn't matter the most. Well, it does matter.
Well, NFL, you have to be big and strong, right, to be a wide receiver. So, I mean, he has a. He's big and stuff. That's probably better than being tall, right?
Who, Beasley?
Yeah.
He's 5'10", 5'11". He's Edelman size, just lighter.
Oh, okay.
But he's more stronger than Cole Beasley.
Oh.
Edelman is a much better receiver than Cole Beasley.
I don't know about that.
All right, that's just being a biased Cowboys fan.
No, because
Yes.
you can put the drug addict Josh Gordon, and he'll still be he'll be the best receiver.
You could put me at receiver, and I'd be better than Cole Beasley. Okay.
I think the Cowboys should bring back Des Bryant.
If they have, then they will have more chance. Is that what you think?
If they have any money.
If they have any money, they can bring him back. Maybe we'll get to the Super Bowl.
We do have a lot of money.
You won't.
And
guess what? You're gonna have to sign DeMarcus Lawrence. You're gonna have to sign Byron Jones. You're gonna have to sign Amari Cooper, who I thought you'd address. I thought you'd say you gotta re-sign Amari Cooper instead of your little white Cole Beasley. But Like,
Amari Cooper is better than Cole Beasley. But I'm
oh,
saying,
if you
Oh.
said Cole Beasley was better than Amari Cooper, I'd say you'd have to check into a mental hospital because that'd be
No.
insane.
but we have a lot of money, and
You won't. You won't
yes,
in the future.
Golden Tate will take a pay cut, and
No, Golden
your
Tate isn't on the Cowboys.
and your buddy Mike Wallace will also take not
Since
not
when
Mike
are you going to
Wallace
sign Mike Wallace?
or Eli Rogers. He's young. We need him.
Since when is he on the Cowboys?
No, I'm saying they should try and sign him
Oh, for the draft, okay.
for the free agent.
Okay, but then you're going to have no money to pay Van Der Esch, Byron Jones, DeMarcus Lawrence. You're basically going to say, all right, Dak Prescott, you're going to win us games. No, he's not. He's never been the one to win you games. It's been Zeke and the defense, and it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, but we're number 6 in money available for free agents.
Yeah, give that a year. See how that turns out.
No, I think we need to sign Amari, and
You have to sign Amari. There is no
That's-
question
that's
about
the
it.
number 1 on the list.
Mhm.
If you
Good,
don't-
because if you said anything else other than Amari Cooper as your number one priority, you'd be crazy. Because he's the one who single-handedly saved your season.
True, but Dak ran the ball, so if there was no Dak...
Oh,
there's
is
no
Dak
play.
a running back now? Because last I checked, quarterbacks have to throw the ball.
They don't need to throw. Tim Tebow.
Damn.
Tim Tebow wasn't a
Heated
good
conversation.
thrower, and then he beat the Steelers.
Because of defense and a running game.
Defense. Okay, yeah.
But he barely. It's funny how people say that he doesn't run the ball, but if you look at those playoff games,
I
He-
never... Who?
no, I'm just saying because I got listeners that listen
For
to this
who?
pod.
Wait, no, who are you talking about? Dak?
Tim Tebow.
Oh, there was no secret he ran the ball. That's what he did. He ran the option, and that's what worked.
No, I'm saying is people criticize him because he couldn't throw, but all these playoff games he threw over 250 yards.
Tebow?
Yeah, go check.
You mean one. You mean playoff game.
Yeah.
Game, not games. Because there's only been one game.
Where he beat your Steelers.
I know, and I'm still pissed about that, but that's besides the point.
But no, but Dak Prescott needs to start throwing the ball better, or else we're not going.
Because you can only
anywhere.
run for so long. Like
I
you
know.
can't just solely run and be a successful NFL quarterback. You can't even do it in Madden. Like if you can't do it in Madden, there's no chance you can do it in real life.
Yeah, but the Jones need to sit down and he needs to make sure.
He needs to hire Romo as his coach.
No, he should be like offensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator. Have you seen the way he predicts stuff?
Oh, amazing.
Defensive coordinator.
But before we move on to NBA, I want to ask you guys. We won't give the story as we already know the stories in the quarterback controversy and we know what's going on in Pittsburgh. So I want to give you.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna ask you a question and just say yes or no. Who you think should start by opening day? Nick Foles?
That's not a yes or no question.
Okay. Who
You said answer. You say yes or no. That's not a yes or no question.
That's a pick a player, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not a yes
Okay.
or no question.
Who should be the starter by opening night? Carson Wentz or Nick Foles?
Who I think will be or who should be?
Who you think should be?
Good question.
I got Nick Foles.
I'm gonna stay with Nick Foles.
Yeah, but you also forget he struggled opening weekend, like the first 2-3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, but when Carson Wentz came back, he's been sucking like bad. And Carson Wentz didn't play in the Super Bowl. Nick Foles did.
So he's a better player, right?
Yeah, because he's proved.
All-around player.
I hate those.
Oh no, if I'm like picking like player based on like everything,
Yeah.
I would take Carson Wentz over Nick Foles.
Okay.
But based on this like situation and the circumstances,
Yes.
like how you have a proven quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. This is why I know it's going to be Carson Wentz and not Nick Foles. It's because the Eagles invested so much in Wentz.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like they
Yeah,
paid
you're
a
right.
king's ransom to move up and like trade for him
Yeah, but
or pick him in the draft.
you gotta remember that before this past season, I remember me and you we predicted, right? We predicted that. I think you said, or I think I said that if Nick Foles plays for the Eagles and Wentz doesn't, they won't make the playoffs because they had a bad preseason. And I was like, no, Carson Wentz has the type of injury where he needs to not play and rehab, which he didn't kind of do. And Wentz actually played, even though he had a bad start, he ended up strong, and they made the playoffs.
And here's the thing about Foles. He's like 9-1 in must-win games with Philly, or like something of that. Something ridiculous like 7-1 or something in must-win games. Where if they lose, the season's over. That includes the playoff run last year and this year, until which probably would have been a win if Alshon Jeffrey could catch a football.
Yeah, but the question here is, like, Nick Foles was always, he's the kind of quarterback where he's like a second string. He's not like an elite.
He's always been like that. He's always been like, he'll come in he's like a relief pitcher. Like, you can't start the game, but he'll come in and finish it out.
Yeah, just like, it's funny that you say that because in the NBA, Lou Williams has never started an NBA game yet. And he's been in the league for 10, 11 years. But he was underrated, Nick Foles, and I knew that if you give him a chance, he'll do
Underrated.
Is he underrated? I feel he's appropriately rated.
He
He's
is,
more of just a backup quarterback.
According to who's
but
underrated?
for
According to who?
no, but what do you mean?
Awkward
according
silence.
To, what do you mean according
According
to
to
who,
who, man?
Are you high, man? Yo,
That's
Nick,
a legitimate question. Who says he's underrated?
Yeah,
no,
so-
Nick Foles is rated the way he should be rated. But but according to starting, he's underrated.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But what about now? This is a yes or no question.
Okay.
Should the Pittsburgh Steelers get rid of Antonio Brown?
Hmm.
It's tough, but you gotta
No.
answer.
I'm saying no because if they trade him, they're still gonna have like a ridiculous cap hit for not having him on their team. So I feel they should just keep him.
Well,
I agree with him. They shouldn't, because who's gonna substitute for him anyways? You know.
Because like you have Juju, but the reason they've both been so successful is because you have that two-headed attack where like if you double team one, you're leaving the other in one-on-one.
no,
So
man. Juju is busy playing Fortnite.
you seem to forget he had more catches and yards than Brown.
But I think they should get rid of him. Get rid of. I don't think we're gonna sign him. But
Then why would we get rid of Brown?
because he's a bad lock. Right now. It's bad for the locker room. There's there's like drama between him and Big Ben. Like, if you and like I said,
I
to
feel it's
a
more
lot-
between him and Tomlin, but okay.
Yeah, but yeah, another thing, they should start thinking of Mike Tomlin or like Mike Tomlin should go to the locker room and talk to everybody and tell them, do you guys want here to win a ring, or are you guys here to like start shit on the media
Be
about?
jackasses.
Yeah, they should just step up. Antonio Brown should stop being a little bitch and like play football. He doesn't want to end up like T.O. or Ocho Cinco or Des Bryant. That's why Des Bryant, he stepped up. He stopped like being like a goof.
Not really.
He was still doing it, but it's better because I remember he was.
Well, look where that got him.
Yeah, I know.
Cut and torn Achilles. So
That's tough. But so we got NFL good. Well, before we move on,
Yeah.
I want to ask each of you, who is the greatest football of all time between Joe
The greatest
Montana,
the
Football player
like the
or
football or
football
like
team?
the actual ball? Because you
NFL,
said football.
like NFL?
Well, you said football, so
Yeah, you said who's the greatest football of all time.
like that's a tough discussion because there have been a lot of great footballs.
Like the deflated balls?
You mean the football player, right?
But
Okay.
between Tom Brady and Joe Montana.
Brady, and
Brady,
it's
man.
not even close.
Bro, this
What
guy
about
has
you?
5 rings. He won
Six.
consecutive 5 times in a row.
Six.
Brady
6
is
rings.
6.
6 rings.
What
My
about you, Mike?
Yeah, Brady.
So let's move on.
Which I got to see him. I got to watch him play live, and that was amazing.
Whew. Amazing.
What
Was there for the KC game
Ooh,
in Foxborough.
that was a nice game. But so let's
It was
move on.
freezing, but it was worth it.
So we'll move on. So for NBA, the trade deadline.
Pelicans made the best move out of everyone, and that was basically screwing over the Lakers locker room.
Yeah. When the offer for the Pelicans was Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, Lance Stevenson, Rajon Rondo, Michael Beasley, Ivan Zubac,
Basically
Four.
everything in the kitchen sink.
four
Damn.
first round draft picks, 2 second rounders, and they also added Magic Johnson and Luke Walton to the deal for one player, Anthony Davis.
Damn. Are you serious? That's insane, man.
But I think they ruined their chemistry. Like the Pelicans played with the Lakers.
Which
mind.
that was the best thing anyone did this trade deadline.
It's
Yeah,
so
And it
mean.
was also like the smartest thing done during this trade deadline.
But it's so mean though.
Well, it's smart. And like you're not necessarily you're not trying to make friends with the other team, so like
But the Lakers didn't do much. They trade they're probably one of their best players in Zubac for a bag of donuts, man. Like Mike Muscala. Are you kidding
bag of balls.
me? There wasn't any huge trades, but what do you guys think of Marc Gasol coming to Toronto?
That's the best move Toronto has made. Hands down, they have a chance of winning the finals, or at least getting into the finals. Because
I
their
feel
team
those
now is
finals are
stacked.
bust this year.
Yeah.
Bucks.
I think it's championship or bust this year.
Yeah? You think so?
Because no one knows with Kawhi.
Oh, true. You're right. But
Yeah, but
so it's championship or bust.
but I think the LA Lakers should have grabbed NBA Finals GOAT J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith. I don't know. J.R. Smith, he made a mistake in the finals before.
He's a character.
He's a
something
character,
else.
yeah. Yeah, he's something else, man.
By the way, this Heat Warriors game is actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're playing Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Miami is up 116 to 115 with 54 seconds left.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Kevin Durant just got the shit blocked out of him, and then and then Wade took it the other way for a dunk.
Oh,
then,
nice.
But they got an N1 right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then
are you guys watching
it
right now?
Yes. Yes, I am.
118, bro.
Oh,
so
shit.
Josh
Looks like
Richardson going off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
But Warriors, wow. Draymond Green, 13 assists. KD played 47 minutes.
Wow, that's a lot.
And it's... Oh, Dwayne Wade. They have the lead.
By the way, how about LeBron's All-Star team? First,
that was nice.
Yeah.
So
he blended out well.
Yeah, but his starting lineup are all free agents.
This is the description he gave. He's a free agent. James Harden is under contract till 2030.
Okay.
Free agent, and Dwayne is jobless, and yeah.
No, but Anthony Davis has a player option, Kyrie Irving player option, and
Kawhi player option. Klay Thompson, he's a free agent.
But they're all gonna opt out for sure. They might not sign, but people opt out.
Well, I'm kind of hoping. What just happened? The Heat just got another block and another dunk. What?
You guys are watching the game. We're doing a podcast. It's good.
I'm doing both.
But Dion Waiters finally
and KD sinks a three.
Bam.
And 118 to 118, 40 seconds.
Oh my god! Why am I not watching this game?
I know. You should be.
Because you don't like the Warriors.
Oh, I hate.
Well, I didn't know who was on. I just turned on the TV and it's just like, and nope.
Damn.
What do you think about? Do you think it was a good deal for Dallas to get Porzingis?
Yes.
Good young core to develop.
Yeah, but this year I don't think it was a good move, man.
Really? Why?
Because other than Doncic, who do they have? No one.
That's true.
Oh, Cousins just got fouled with 5 seconds left.
Damn.
Bad decision, Heat.
Miami is garbage, man. I don't know how the Warriors are like. They let Josh Richardson go off for 35.
Damn.
Dwayne Wade still got it, man.
Yeah.
All right, Boogie hits one free throw.
Boogie Cousins. Is he the best center, or is Joel Embiid better? I got Embiid. Trust the process.
Oh, Joel Embiid for sure, man. Wow, this guy can do everything, man. Like shoot, go for layups, dunks.
He's a troll, man.
What do you mean?
Whoever runs the Sixers Twitter account should get a raise.
When he blocks somebody, he like looks at him dirty.
Just like, I blocked you, and I'm gonna let you know I blocked you.
Oh.
There was that one time with Donovan Mitchell. He
Yeah.
got blocked, and he looked at him. Yeah.
Oh, he's like a kind of like a drama guy, or
Yeah, he
wants
talked
to
He talked shit to Hassan Whiteside on Instagram. IG?
Yeah, man, that's
Alright.
crazy.
Golden State up 120 to 118. 5.4 seconds left.
Oh, who's gonna hit that three?
Believe.
I don't know. We're in a timeout, so.
Then timeout too. Oh shit.
Shit.
Actually. No,
So it's just gonna have to be a bang play because they got to because Heat have to inbound it. So we'll see how this goes.
But that's weird, man. Why would KD play Did he even take a break, man? He played every second.
I don't know why.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Oh, no. I almost said a 3.
They lost?
Yeah, Heat lost.
As expected.
They don't win a tie, man. If you're playing in Golden State, you're gonna go for the win.
Of course.
Well, he couldn't go for a tie because he wasn't being let in the New York. So.
Shit. Okay, what about NBA? So I'll give my top 5 for greatest of all time.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got 5. I got Magic Johnson. 4. I got LeBron James. 3. I got Steph Curry.
Yeah.
2. I got Kobe Bryant. And 1. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Oh, that's a good list. What about you, Scott?
Probably be about the same as that, like Magic Johnson 5th. But I would put. Are you basing this off accomplishments or like ability?
Well, everyone's different. Everyone.
Because the way I would do it is, if I'm doing it like solely based off ability, I would put Steph Curry at 4, Kobe at 3, and then it's kind of a switch up between Jordan and LeBron, because what Jordan did, you forget that as soon as Scottie Pippen left, he couldn't win anything. Whereas LeBron has had to carry lackluster rosters to the finals.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, LeBron never won a ring by himself.
Like, well, you really can't win a ring by yourself.
True, you need the team, right?
Yeah, but all you need is 1-star players and role players. Dirk Nowitzki was a star player. Jason Kidd was old. He's just a role player. Jason Terry was a role player.
Damn.
Tyson Chandler was a role player. Deshaun Stevenson was. But Steph Curry,
he can just shoot the 3.
That's true.
he just shoots a 3 and then
boom, boom.
But
I feel like Steph Curry is an all-around player. Like, he can do threes, he can post plays. He makes plays. He's like an all-around player. But people will know him mostly for his threes.
Yeah, well, that's how he's known.
Yeah, of course. But like he's more like all around, like he can do multiple things at once.
He can do everything except drive to the basket. Because he's such a little guy, he gets hurt.
Exactly, yeah. He has to pass it to the big men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then he tries to flex, and he's just like, "Look, I got nothing to work with." So
exactly. So for me, top 5, I would say number 5. I'm not gonna number 5. I would say Magic Johnson for sure. Number 4, I think I'm gonna put Steph Curry number 4 because I don't really like the guy. But he's a good player. But I'll put him as number 4.
Personal.
I'll let you know why after, but I'll put him as number 4.
It's personal.
It's personal. Number 3 is gonna be a mix between. I think Kyrie, because of his handles. Kyrie, I'll put him as number 3, man. Kyrie Irving, man. This guy.
He hasn't done anything, man.
But still, like, I feel like he's number 3, in my opinion, just based on his handles.
It's one of those things, you can base off accomplishments or just pure ability.
Pure ability, that's what I'm saying. Pure ability, I'll put him as number 3. Number 2, it's a mix-up between, LeBron and Jordan, man. Because LeBron can do a lot of things, carry the team, I agree with you with Scott.
Why don't you have Kobe Bryant in your top?
Well, because he was just a lesser Jordan.
Is what I'm saying.
He was like a Walmart version of Michael Jordan. Like,
I like Kobe, but MJ, he's the legend, you know. He's in the
And
Hall
like
of Fame.
really, like what Kobe Bryant did is that he like tried. It's like he was a lesser version of Michael Jordan.
What
That's what I'm
about
saying.
what about J.R. Smith?
Nah, we'll put him in the
We'll
trash
put
can.
him we'll put him -5, okay?
-5. Yeah. -5 top list.
Yeah. Top 5 worst players in NBA history.
Yo, for me, the top 5 worst players. Oh man, we should have a top 5 worst players. Man.
Okay, what's the top 5 worst players?
For me, like I would say, like number 5, J.R. Smith.
How's he not
trash.
number 1?
No, because at least he had a Cleveland. You know, he had LeBron and stuff to carry him, and he can shoot and stuff, but like he can make plays, but he's just like
He's just very forgetful.
He's forgetful, yes. Number 4. For me, number 4. I'm gonna have to think about number 4. Number 4, number 3 is a mix-up between I would say Porzingis, because he didn't really do anything. Porzingis is trash. And
See, because he's done fuck all.
he didn't do shit. And what's his name? Zaza Pachulia.
Hell of a name.
Zaza, this guy he broke Kawhi's ankle, and bro, that's I lost all respect for this guy.
He broke Kawhi's ankles, and that was it, and that's done.
He's the number 4. I'll put him as number 4 because I really hate the guy.
Yeah, who's number 2?
It's all personal.
It's all personal, man.
Who's number 2?
Number 2 and number 1. Okay, so number 2, I would say number 2 is but man, I should put J.R. Smith number 2, man, because he choked the finals.
Just like that was honestly the one chance they had to
J.R. Smith
possibly
should be
win the
number
finals. He should be number 1.
Number 1, but I'm gonna say number 2 for J.R. Smith. Number 1, number 1. Let me see. The Cleveland Cavaliers, man.
The entire team.
The entire team, man. The Cavs, man, without LeBron and yeah, bro. That's my top 5 worst players, man.
By the way, I think is it the Pacers fans that are just absolutely brutal? They're hilarious because I think what was it? It was like Lance who went to the free throw line and they're just like, LeBron's gonna trade you. Was that the Pacers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. LeBron's gonna trade you. And then for someone else, they changed out. They're just like, not worth trading.
JaVale McGee.
Yeah, that was him. And then
JaVale McGee too. He's number 2.
Yeah.
We're number 1.
not worth trading.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And
but,
then-
me top.
No, and
I'll
then
give you my top
some
5.
crappy team went in. I don't know if it was the Cavs or like the Knicks or whatever, but
Cavs
they're
are
just
trash right now.
yeah. Well, yeah, they're it's trash can. But and then they're just like tank for Zion. Like, I love it. It's hilarious. You gotta find it on Instagram.
What about you, Mike?
Yes, I'll say. I mean, well, you want the top 5 worst players
Best-
or best players?
Best NBA players first,
No,
and then
worst.
Okay.
top 5 worst
Worst-
players. Yeah, you gotta talk, man. You say something about
Okay,
this.
so I'll just start with the best players. So I'll just put in number 5, James Harden. I'll put in
James Harden's good.
like number 3. Well, I'll put in LeBron James number 3, and for number
Well, you just skipped
Yeah.
number 4.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little bit undecided on that one. I don't know where to put Stephen Curry there. I don't know if I should put him number 4 or should I put him number 5 or number 2. A little bit undecided on that one.
Okay.
And I put number 2 as Kobe Bryant, and I'll put number 1 as Michael Jordan. I'm still undecided on number 4.
Okay, so
Okay.
what about worst players?
Yeah.
Worst players. Okay, so 5. Okay, so number 5, like top 5 worst players, right? Top 5.
Yeah. Number one being the worst, and the number 5 is being like
worst. Okay, where do you? Okay.
Number 5 being somewhat acceptable.
Exactly.
Okay, so where would I put J.R. Smith on that?
Put him as number 1.
Number 1. Okay, I put in. Okay, how about Keith Kloss, number 5?
Probably a good thing that we haven't heard of. I haven't heard of a couple of these
He
names.
used to play for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the,
still
in
a-
general, who do you think is the worst player ever?
still a-
in like NBA history or like?
No, for Mike.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm a little bit undecided on that one.
Okay, so I'll go. So I already gave you my top 5 best. I'll give you my top 5 worst. Top
Okay.
5 is Kevin Durant.
Are you serious?
Number
No,
4
man.
is Draymond.
No.
Number 4 is Draymond Green.
Number 3 is the
Number
entire Warriors roster.
Number 3 is Klay Thompson. Number
You're a
2.
dick.
Number 2 is the Phoenix Suns.
The entire organization in its history.
And number 1 is J.R. Smith. Penny God.
It's just not even like a certain player on the Suns, just the entire organization.
Yeah, but J.R. Smith, I'm not just saying he's the worst because of the finals, but he's also the worst because for 3 years in a row,
He's just bad.
yeah, he played over 30.
There's no way
Yeah, but
around it.
you
He's
don't-
just crap.
You don't just average 31 minutes every game for 3 years and average 6.6 points per game.
I
Bro,
feel like
I
that
did-
should be
I did know the score.
physically
I did know the
impossible to
score.
do.
You're a shooting guard. You should know the score.
You should be able to shoot.
What about
Yo.
you, Scott? What is your top 5 worst?
J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith. He's worthy of all spots on that list.
Yeah, because when he in the finals, first of all, 2 players were at fault. J.R. Smith is the main one. Number 2 was the other guy. I forgot his name. But
George.
it's
Probably a good thing. Probably a good thing for his sake that you forgot his name.
Yeah.
George Hill.
George Hill. Oh my God! If he made that free throw, they would have won the freaking game. When they lost the game, LeBron punched the wall and he
fractured his hand or something.
He was gonna find J.R. Smith and break his jaw.
He was gonna
He
do
ran
that, but
away.
he was gonna break J.R. Smith's skull.
He's like,
J.R. Smith is just like, I don't want the smoke. I don't want it.
put him as the Henny God, man. He's the Henny God. Put him in the trash and put a Henny in it. But like, why? Why would he do that? I understand. Pass it to LeBron or go up.
I
for
thought
layup.
we were up. That's what he said. He's just like, bro, I thought we were up.
No, man.
That's
That's
what
a
he said.
brain, bro.
And that's why he's become a meme. That's why my friend, who I don't think she knows anything about basketball,
Yeah.
posted just like a meme about it. Like, even people who have no idea how to dribble a basketball have posted memes about it and know about it.
Like, it's crazy. I don't understand why he did that. You know what I'm saying? That's why LeBron left and went to the Lakers.
That's why LeBron thought about strangling him.
Exactly. If he
So,
ever sees him on the street, he's probably gonna break his jaw.
It's like, I
that's-
remember what you did. I would have 4 rings if it
And
weren't
then
for
there was
you.
there was an Instagram story, like they were all jamming and stuff. I think that's when they won the finals in 2016. But LeBron and Kyrie carried the team. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
did Matthew Dellavedova.
Exactly. And then when Kyrie left, he had nobody else to like help him. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, Jared Smith.
Kyrie is just like, I want to go. I want to lead my own team. And then
Go to Boston.
and then when the Celtics start struggling, it's just like, look, we just need a veteran leader.
Exactly.
But isn't that what you had in Cleveland?
Yeah,
Exactly.
they blew a 28-point lead last night, and a couple of days ago they blew an 18-point lead.
Who, the
Who's
Cavs?
the-
No, Celtics.
Oh, Celtics. Wow.
How fitting was that? You got a former Celtic beating the Celtics in Boston wearing Laker purple and gold.
And then you got a Lakers draft pick getting the game winners.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what
But-
I mean. You have a
but,
former Celtic hitting the game winner in Boston.
I want to ask you guys a question. So, who do you guys think is going to make it the NBA Finals this year?
We
Top
got
5 or top 6 players?
No. Chill.
top 6 players
mean
or
the
teams?
team?
No. I mean like top 6 teams. My bad.
Oh, well, for the East, I got either Philly
Yeah.
or Toronto. And for the West, I got Warriors or Lakers.
Okay.
All right, so this is who I have winning. No, this is not winning. This is who I have going to the finals, or this is who I say has a chance to win.
To go to the finals, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Raptors or the Sixers,
Oh yeah.
and then for the West, I have the Warriors, and that's about it.
Okay.
Like you can't I don't see anyone possibly beating the Warriors.
Yeah, because there's teams now. They have DeMarcus Cousins.
They
He can do
literally
everything.
have an
I
all.
got
They have an all-star team.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe OKC, maybe.
I got the Knicks going to the finals.
Oh yeah, because they
Let's see
have
how that
Schroeder.
goes.
They have Paul George. They have Russell Westbrook. Yeah. They have star players for sure.
But
If they step up
Celtics-
and they score like 30, 40 points, I don't think the Warriors can stop that.
Celtics don't have the right lineup, man. They all get volume shooters. They ruined Gordon Hayward.
Celtics kind of
Gordon Hayward. Yeah, Gordon Hayward's garbage now. You got Marcus Morris talking shit. It's really bad.
You just got a bad situation.
Yeah. For me,
That's just what it is.
I think who's gonna make the NBA Finals? The Warriors. Toronto for sure. Maybe the Sixers, and the Lakers. The Lakers, they have the stacked team, but they don't have perimeter shooters. They don't have
They don't have chemistry.
They don't have chemistry yet. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get used to the team and stuff. So
Oh no, they don't have chemistry
Majority
because they're prepared
of
to
times they
ship
have to
out
go
the entire
playoff
team
stuff.
for Anthony Davis.
yeah, exactly. Why are they gonna do that? What the hell is Anthony Davis gonna do?
But-
Like,
He has the number one. Here's the thing: he has number one player skill. Like he has number one skill.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have number one personality, which
no,
is
they
kind
should
of.
keep the players.
But he's also injury prone.
Oh, he's
like
injury prone. Okay, I see why. Okay, I understand now.
But before we end this podcast, I wanna. Well, this is a yes or no question, and
Yeah.
we'll start with Mike.
Okay, well, you said this is a yes or no question, and it was who do you think should start? So
Yeah.
is this a legitimate
This
yes
is
or no question?
real. This is real.
Okay,
But this is the bonus discussion. So,
all right.
Mike.
Is Julian Edelman Hall of Fame?
No, he's not.
If Edelman's Hall of Fame, you better
do
put
you
Deion Branch in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Yes.
Let him go through more criticized than.
Deion Branch has more yards and touchdowns with less catches.
Yeah, but how many Super Bowl rings does he have?
Oh,
2. But for a wide receiver, that's not as crucial.
I don't think. That's
All
not.
right,
That's not what they said.
What's
He
the
also
question?
won
Mike-
Super Bowl MVP, so.
What's the question, bro?
Okay, one. How much does Tom Brady has?
How
Mike.
much money does Tom Brady have?
Well, it's not about Super Bowl MVPs. It's about rings and then dominating. And this guy Branch, he's not dominating nothing.
Well, neither is Edelman.
True. So, Mike,
Like-
what do you think?
Here, like, hold on.
No, that's not the question, man.
Oh, this has become the question.
Wait,
No.
you said it's like a yes or no question.
Yeah, but it's coming.
It's coming, relax.
So do you think the legalization of marijuana is right or wrong?
Oh.
Like morally right or wrong? Like I'm not
Like,
a
just based on your opinion, like, what do you think? Like, do you think it's good or bad? And why?
well, honestly, like I think it's kind of bad because it like messes up with your brain. Like it kind
But,
of
like,
makes you
let's
yeah.
say for, like, government's sake or public sake or, like, the public sector, what do you think? Like, do you think the government's going to subsidize or make money off of this?
Oh yeah, I think oh yeah, they make it very expensive, eh? Like when the
Yeah.
government sells it, yeah, I think it's kind of wrong, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, me, I think it's right and wrong because people people like are still alive because of marijuana because it's medication. But as in other stuff, some athletes need to take that. If you're injured or if you have problems like mental, uh, there's sometimes you need to take it. But I don't think people should overuse it.
Oh, yeah.
But
But
in
Okay.
what about
general, it's
recreation
not.
though? Recreation though, smoking it, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I thought that was like the question. I didn't know like marijuana in general.
Like, marijuana in general, like, when they legalized it, you think it's right or wrong and why?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought when he said legalize it, as in like legalize it to smoke it. I didn't
Like, make it legal. Like, anybody
legal
can
for
smoke
better
it wherever
and
they want.
yeah, like yeah, for smoking. That I don't know, man. Like I don't
It's
like to
like a public
smell like
good, basically.
yeah, public good. But I don't know. I mean, like if it helps, like get rid of like people that sell it in the black market, like it'd be good. I think it'd be a good thing, But like the fact that the government is like selling it for a really high price,
That's
uh,
the bad thing.
yeah, that's the bad thing.
Well, yeah. So people are excluded from, like, having it, right? So
Uh,
it would be considered like a private good or a
yeah,
club good.
maybe like
Yeah.
private enterprises should like sell it.
Mm,
Yeah.
I see. For me, I think the legalization of marijuana is wrong. Um, because, like, I don't know, like, legalizing marijuana, how is it gonna help the environment? How is it gonna help people? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of bad to overuse it. Maybe sometimes, but, like, even then, if you use it even once, you get addicted to it right away.
And it's
So,
like a gateway drug, is what I heard. It's the gateway drug, right? It makes you addicted to like stuff that you would
and you
never
get
get addicted
paranoid, and you're coughing, your teeth are bad, and your breath stinks, and it
Like
has
to. Makes
Vlad.
you
has
hyper, yeah.
long term effects.
Makes you hyper too. Like there's this one truck driver who like I don't know, like I was just driving, I was in front of him, and there was like a hole in front of me, so I was just being careful. And the guy like he went past me, right? And then there was like a traffic light. He stopped, he got out of the car, and he came to me. His eyes were like wide open, man. It's like they were wide open. And he's like, "Don't mess with a truck driver, or I will run you over." And I'm like, "Yo, dude, calm down. Just go back to your truck. You
Just
don't
like
make any
chill the
mo-"
fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah, chill out,
exactly.
man.
Like
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell is
Yeah,
wrong with this guy?
the guy it
How?
smelled like he was like smoking that shit.
Yeah. Oh, it makes you irrational decisions.
Makes you
You
like,
Like Vlad.
I,
Yeah, exactly. Like a friend we know, Vlad. Yeah, this guy,
Vlad the
he's
Slim Reaper.
who's Vlad?
Vlad Soy.
Vlad
This
didn't play.
guy, he smokes. He plays League of Legends all day. I don't know. He's paranoid, bro. I think he's damaged in his head, man. He's playing video games and he's smoking weed at the same, like,
Yo,
and
but guys, I have a question. Is marijuana like a gateway drug? Like it makes you like addicted to like other drugs?
yes,
It does, huh?
it
Well,
does. I researched that. Yes, it does.
shit.
It kind
Like,
of enforces the fact that, like, you smoke and you can smoke other drugs too. So
oh yeah, shit. That's
it's
messed
kind
up.
of have a negative effect on your body.
So
I've
yeah,
seen people who are high. It's really bad. They get angry easily. They don't think straight. They get lazy. They, they sleep all day. Like, what the hell, man?
and it stays in your system for a long time, eh?
Exactly. It's a medicinal drug, but it's a drug. It's bad, and people put it in stash houses and they sell it and stuff.
well, you can also like there's also like recreational forms of it.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, to help improve medicine. Yeah. That's the good thing about it. But the bad thing is you
the
smoke
medical
it.
part, the medical part is the good part, but it's the recreational use of
Yeah.
it.
Recreational use. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I don't know, man. In my opinion, I think it's wrong. I was like, what the hell? Why would they legalize marijuana?
What
Like,
about
why?
you,
Because the
Scott?
The way
majority
I
of
look
people
at it,
are smoking it. You
well,
know?
the way I look at it is people are already smoking it,
Yeah.
and isn't like this is a way for the government to, in essence, profit of it
Yeah.
to strengthen the economy. So that's where I can see it that's where I can see the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact they're selling it at a very like high price, I think it forces people to like sort of buy it from the black market, you know, because I think it's
Oh,
cheaper. That's why I think it's
that's
a
true.
bad thing
That's true.
to sell it at a high price, you know.
Yeah, because
That's true.
That's a good point. Mm,
That is a good point, Dan.
yeah.
But thanks, guys, for listening to these podcasts. I'm your host, DJ Joe.
I'm Henry.
Mike,
I'm Scotty.
And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good night. Signing out.
peace.